Life is governed by a series of laws. These laws many times are foundational and many times are also fundamental. Life will not work if you don't recognize that these laws exist. That many of them, time will fail us to talk about them. The law of honor, the law of appreciation. But one law that we're here to look at is the law of negotiation. Everybody prays. But one of the things that people have not come to terms with is the law of negotiation in the place of prayer. Look at me, church. Look at me. Your destiny and its final outcome is a function of your negotiations in the place of encounters. Your destiny and its final outcome is a function of your negotiation in the place of prayers or in the place of encounters. Don't come here for coming's sake. Don't show up for the sake of just showing up. Let every service you attend be a point of negotiation. Let every time you gather before God be a point of negotiation. Look at me. It is pure religion that tells you that God is sovereign, so we can't negotiate with him. It's a lie. It's a lie. From Genesis to Revelation, everyone that powerfully, prayerfully, or prophetically affected their generations and left their footprints upon the sands of time were men and women that understood the power and the principle of negotiation. I came to raise an army of negotiators in this house today. You can't be like this. You can't be like this. So you can't negotiate with God. It's not true. Where do you hear that from? Isaiah 41 verse 21. Even God himself encourages negotiations. If God wants to negotiate with you, why are you not negotiating with him? Isaiah 41 21. It says, produce your cause. Produce your cause. Bring forth your strong reasons. Saith the God of Jacob. Produce your cause. Bring forth your strong reasons. God is looking for negotiators. Heaven is ready to negotiate with you. They're not hearing what I'm saying here. Throughout scriptures and in contemporary times, the people that made a mark were people that knew the power of negotiations. They rose up and they kicked Jephthah out, that your mother was a harlot, and they sent him packing. And then they came back to call him when the Philistines were dealing with them, to come and lead them to war. Look at chapter 11 and verse 9 of the book of Judges. Judges 11:9. It says, and Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, if you bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon. See what it says. And the Lord delivered them before me. Shall I be your head? He negotiated to become their king. I will defeat these guys, but I will not do it without a price. Sir, if you are in business, don't go to sign any deal without negotiating the terms. If you are entering ministry, don't go without negotiating the terms with God. If you are entering a relationship with someone, negotiate the terms. It doesn't make it transactional. And there's nothing wrong with being transactional. Negotiate. Moses negotiated ministry with God. He said, there are many gods in this place. You have told me to take these people, your children, from here to the land of promise. But you have not told me who you are. Who are you? God says, I am that I am. It's okay, good, I've heard your name. Now that you are sending me to go, what are you giving me to go with? God said, what is in your hand? He says, it's a rod. He went beyond that. He said, God, you know, I am a stammerer. I cannot talk. God says, I will make you a god unto Pharaoh, and Aaron your brother shall be your spokesperson. Negotiation. I thought that would have ended it. Moses still told God one day, he said, you have told me to carry these guys from here to where you are taking them to, but you have not told me who will follow me. God says, I will send my angel. He said, no, sir. If your presence will not go with me, don't carry me from here. God said, okay, be content. My presence will go with you. He said, thank you for your presence. Huh? How shall it be known that we are your people and that you have distinguished us from all of these people if your presence does not go with us? God said, my presence will go with you. He said, thank you. Before God said, let me leave, he said, excuse me, sir, one more thing. Show me your glory. What we lack in the body is not prayer warriors. It's not intercessors. What we lack are negotiators. 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 Abraham negotiated with God over Sodom and Gomorrah. If you find 100 righteous men in this place, will you destroy them? God said no. How about 50? He said no. He negotiated until they came to 10. And the only reason why that land was destroyed was because there was no 10 righteous people. Or there were no 10 righteous people. Are you aware that if Abraham negotiated further, God would have heard his voice? God is looking for negotiators. If you don't like what you see, negotiate it. This is not the husband I married. I don't understand why he's keeping late nights now. This is not the husband I married. I don't understand why he lies. I don't understand why he's deleting his chats after him. He's deleting his notifications after him. He's deleting stuff. You ask my husband, where are you, honey? And he's angry. Or are you a monitoring spirit? And no, this is not the husband. Negotiate, renegotiate. Look, there are two people here. The first group are people that are going to have fresh negotiations. In other words, they have never negotiated anything. It's a time to negotiate afresh. Then there are people that negotiated in the past and looks as if things are going south. Things are going haywire. It's time to renegotiate. Father, remember what I told you. If you don't like what you see in your finances, negotiate. You don't like what you see in your office space, your workspace or place, renegotiate. Destiny and its final outcome is what happens in the place of negotiation. Everyone in my father's house failed, minus me. I will not fail. I negotiate. My children will not blend in. They will stand out. Negotiate. Nobody in my family may have schooled overseas, but my children will school overseas. Negotiate it. Am I in the right place here today? Negotiate. Sir, negotiate. When I say we are a church in Calabar, not a Calabar church, I'm speaking from a place of negotiation. When I say I am a pastor in Calabar, not a Calabar pastor, I'm speaking from a place of negotiation. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying here? In 1 Samuel 1 verse 11, Hannah negotiated. She said to God, but if you give me a man child, I will give him unto you. She negotiated. Hannah said, God, let us have a meeting. God said, you and who? He said, you and me. Let's talk man to man. God said, okay, Hannah. It's the boldness for me. And then they sat down to talk. Hannah said, God, you have a problem. And I also have a problem. If you solve my problem, I will solve your problem. Negotiation. God said, Hannah, I don't understand. Are you aware who you are talking to? Hannah said, I know. You are the God of the universe, the God of all flesh, and the Father of all spirits. Now that statement I just made is very powerful. It means that if what you are looking for is with flesh, God is the God of all flesh and the Father of all spirits. If what you are looking for is with flesh, God is the Father of all flesh. If what you are looking for is with the spirits, God is the God of all spirits. Any which way you cannot lose out. As the God of all flesh, He is the God of the natural. As the Father of all spirits, He is the God of the supernatural. So if what you are looking for is physical or spiritual, God has you covered. Who's saying what I'm saying here? And God said, okay, let's negotiate. What do you want, Hannah? Hannah said, if you give me a man child and solve my problem of barrenness, I will give you that man child when I win him to become your priest or your prophet, because Eli has lost it. And the two people that would have stood in his place, his sons, Hophni and Phinehas, have also lost out. She negotiated. I don't know who I'm talking to. Don't just pray, negotiate. Don't just fast, negotiate. Jacob said to the angel in Genesis chapter 32 verse 26, he said, angel said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. I won't let you go. He negotiated. And the angel said, what is thy name? He said, my name is Jacob. Hey! So your name will no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. Anybody hearing what I'm saying here? Negotiate. How about David? How about David? For 40 days, a giant called Goliath was making noise on the borders of Israel. Bring me your strongest man to come and fight with me. If he defeats me, all of us will come and surrender to you guys. But if I defeat him, all of you will come and surrender to us. And for 40 days, the armies of Israel were doing march past. And one small boy, 17-year-old, no pedigree. The people that God will use in these end times are not people that have a title or that have a name or a face. God will use out of the most unlikely places, all right, the most unlikely people to do the most unlikely things in this end time. And I'm not talking about others, I'm talking about you. What did he say? He came out, but before he went out, in 1 Samuel chapter 17:26, David asked a question. He said, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine? If I'm going to put my life on the line, what will I receive? Am I in the right place? If I'm going to challenge this giant, what will I receive? They say, well, the man that will kill these giants, number one, his family will be tax-free in Israel. Number two, he will marry the king's daughter. Number three, they began to list it. He said, sign me in and on. The brother said, this boy, we've said it. We said it. You are too arrogant, you are too proud. He said, is there not a cause? Is there not a cause? Is there not a reason? There's a reason for it. Negotiate. When I sat here, I'm watching people praying, some with chewing gum in their mouth. Some of you are multitasking. You are praying one side and you're carrying phone. You don't know where you are. You don't know where you are. Destinies like this is passing people, but you're not negotiating to catch it. I'm showing you examples from the scriptures. Even Jabez one day cried to God, oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed. 1 Chronicles 4:9-10. Oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed and enlarge my coast. He negotiated. He negotiated. Lord, raise us an army of negotiators. Raise us an army of negotiators. Gideon negotiated when he cast fleeces. Judges 6:37. He confused nature. His own negotiation affected the ecosystem. Sir, negotiators are needed. Who will negotiate the destiny of Asia? People that will negotiate the destiny of America. That will negotiate the prophecy on Europe. That will negotiate and that will fight for Britain. That will fight for Australia. That will fight for the soul of Nigeria. Negotiators. Chapter 30 verse 1 of Genesis. Rachel went to meet her husband, Jacob. She said, give me children or else I die. Negotiate. You like where you are, that's why things are the way they are. See your children, small children, beginning to behave that in a way or manner you don't know. Madam, you gave birth to them. Hold your womb that they came out from. Hold your breast that they sucked. Call them by their names. There's no law against it. Speak, call them. Leave all these fanciful names. Cynthia, Jacinta. Names that heaven does not know. Call them by the name that heaven records. Ekama, Aminke Manfien. Ekama, Nami born you. And you say you will not be wayward. Call them by their names. Divine Tonye Daniels, you will not be wayward. Asha, Tonye Daniels, you will not be wayward. Jesse, Tonye Daniels, you will not be wayward. Speak to their lives in the place of negotiations. You can't die before your time. I will not bury you. In my ripe old age, you will be the ones to rise and give me a befitting burial. Negotiations. Negotiations. Any member of church that will give me problem, Father, if they are here, remove them. If they are about to come, send them to the next church. They're not here. There are things I say in the place of negotiations. Negotiate. 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 Lock yourself in for 3 days. Negotiate. Do a 7 days dry fast. Negotiate. Until you have the release that God has done it. Don't get up. We're joking. He said, bring forth your strong reasons. Produce your cause. Negotiate. I said negotiate. I said negotiate. I said negotiate. 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 Your next level is waiting for your negotiation. Even Jesus Christ, sir, before the last and final assignment of his life, he said, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. If Jesus could negotiate, how much more?